solve for x. There's some fractions involved over here, so let's see what that does to the sum. So we will start over here. Well, first off, there might be a temptation to go look for a LCD over here. However, there are only two fractions with x plus 4, so I'd much rather have the fractions on one side and everything else on the other side. So let's get going with that. So we'll have 2 over x plus 4. If you transpose that, it becomes positive, so we'll have x minus 2 also over x plus 4. That's all equal to, well, we had 3 on the right hand side, and now we'll subtract 1 from both sides. And because these are common denominators, we'll just have 2 minus 2, which equals 0, which means we'll have x over x plus 4, and that is equal to 2. Now, any whole number is exactly the same as if it was divided by 1. Now, why would I do such weird things, or a weird thing? So I can cross multiply. That was the point of moving the fraction once I had recognized its nature, in that it already had a common denominator. So our cross multiplication will render this 2 multiplied by x plus 4 being equal to none other than x. So we have 2x minus x once I subtract x from both sides. So that zeroes out. And then, of course, the 2 times 4 is 8, but I can subtract that from both sides, and I'm left with that. 2x minus x is nothing but x. X is equal to negative 8. That is as simple as that. So let's see if we can clear the board quickly. There we go. Right. So, for our next one, we shall continue from there, and over here again we can find the common denominator for everything, or we can just have a common denominator found for the left hand side and then use our cross multiplication. So we have 3x minus 2 all over 2x minus 3, but we're adding that 2, so that needs to be multiplied by 2x minus 3 as well. That's equal to 5x over x plus 4. So let's simplify this numerator before we do anything else. So that's going to become 4x, and if we follow that multiplication, we'll have negative 6, which means this simplifies into 4 plus 3 is equal to 7x, and minus 2 minus 6 is minus 8 all over 2x minus 3, and that is equal to 5x over x plus 4. As stated in the beginning, we want to employ cross multiplication. So 5x times 2x gives us 10x squared, and that's minus 15x. So that one's done. And then over here we'll have 7x times x gives us 7x squared, and then multiplied by the 4 gives us 28x. Minus 8 times x gives us minus 8x, and then we'll have minus 30. We can do a better 3 than that, minus 32. Now, given that we have x squared over here, it's obvious that we're going to need to move everything to the left hand side so that we can employ our zero product rule. So subtracting this from the left, we get 3x squared, not just from the left but from the right as well. So there we go, that's zeroed out. This equals to 20x, because 28 minus 8 is 20. Then of course we transpose this to the left hand side, and we have minus 15 minus 20 gives us minus 35x, and then the final one would be just to add 32 on both sides. Why? We want that to zero out, so that's plus 32, and that is all equal to 0. So what do we need to do now? Basically, because I've run out of space over here, we'll continue right there, and we'll have x being equal to minus 35 plus minus the square root of, what would that be? Minus 35 whole squared minus 4 times 3 times 32. You complete that radical sign over there, and that's all over 2 times 3. Of course, this employing the formula so that I can avoid having to factorize. Need to edit. That's gonna be should have had my calculator ready for this one.
A few moments later.
Well, after the magic of editing and some calculator magic, we know that x is going to be equal to 10.67, or x is equal to, just hit that and put the negative sign in there. Well, x is equal to 1. Wonderful.